Hello and welcome. Before we dive into today's important topic, I have a special gift just for you, a fellow animal lover. You can now get 2 free premium audiobooks to deepen your understanding of our furry friends. Your ultimate guide to pet rabbit ownership, training, and care. Why rabbits eat poop and other gross facts about pets. Both are Amazon bestsellers. Links to claim your free copies are in the description below. While you're there, you'll also find links to useful rabbit products I personally recommend. Now let's turn our attention to the main question. Can rabbits eat oranges? We all want to share snacks, but health and safety come first. Rabbit nutrition can be complex. What seems harmless to us might harm a rabbit's delicate system. This is more than a simple yes or no. Short answer, yes, but with important conditions and precautions. Oranges are not toxic to rabbits. However, their composition requires extreme care and moderation, not a regular diet, strictly a treat. To truly understand why we must be so cautious with oranges, we need to look at the core of a rabbit's digestive system. Rabbits are herbivores with a digestive tract designed for high-fiber, low-sugar vegetation. Their system is optimized for hay, continuously growing teeth, a complex colony of gut bacteria. This constant fiber intake keeps their gut moving, a gut motility. Any disruption to this balance can cause serious, even life-threatening problems. That's why diet must be consistent. Oranges present almost the opposite profile. Very high in natural sugars, notable acidity. Vitamin C might seem beneficial, but healthy rabbits produce their own vitamin C. The sugar is the main concern. Too much sugar can rapidly alter pH in the cecum. The cecum is a large pouch vital for absorption. Beneficial bacteria can die off. Harmful bacteria like Clostridium can overgrow. When considering giving your rabbit a piece of orange, it is absolutely essential to know which parts of the fruit are acceptable and which should be strictly avoided. The only part of an orange that you should ever offer to your rabbit is the juicy flesh of the fruit itself. This is the segment that we typically eat. Even then, it must be prepared correctly and offered in a very small quantity. The flesh contains the sugar and water that can make it an appealing treat for your bunny, but it is also the source of the risk, if not handled with extreme moderation and care. The orange peel or rind must be completely removed and never fed to your rabbit. There are several significant reasons for this rule. First, the peel is very tough and fibrous, potentially creating a risk for an intestinal blockage. Second, the peel of non-organic oranges is almost always coated with pesticides and waxes. Even with thorough washing, chemical residues can be difficult to remove and may be toxic to a sensitive rabbit. The peel also contains oils that can cause significant digestive upset. Similarly, you should avoid feeding the white, spongy material found between the peel and the flesh, known as the pith. While it is not as dangerous as the peel, the pith can be quite bitter and is more acidic than the flesh of the orange. This bitterness can be unpalatable to your rabbit, and the higher acid content can contribute to stomach upset. While removing every last bit of pith might be difficult, you should make an effort to offer only the juicy flesh of the orange segments. Furthermore, it is critical to remove any and all seeds from the orange pieces before offering them to your rabbit, as seeds can pose a choking hazard. In summary, the rule is simple and strict. Only the seedless, fleshy part of the orange is a candidate for a rabbit treat. All other parts of the fruit, including the peel, the pith, the leaves, and the stem, should be discarded and kept well away from your rabbit. Remembering this clear distinction is the first and most important step in safely sharing this particular fruit. By being meticulous about which part of the orange you offer, you eliminate several of the most immediate risks and take a major step toward ensuring your rabbit's safety. Once you have isolated the safe, fleshy part of the orange, the next steps involve careful preparation and strict portion control. These steps are not optional. They are a critical part of offering a treat safely. First, begin by washing the outside of the orange thoroughly, even though you will be discarding the peel. This prevents contaminants on the peel from being transferred to the flesh as you handle and cut it. This is a good general practice for any fruit or vegetable for both yourself and your pet. After washing, peel the orange completely, ensuring all of the tough outer rind is removed. Then, separate the orange into its natural segments. From one of these segments, carefully remove any seeds you find. Next, Cut the flesh into very small, manageable pieces. Think of the size of a pea or a small blueberry as a good guideline. Cutting into tiny cubes makes it easier for your rabbit to eat and helps you control portion size. Never hand your rabbit a whole orange slice or a large wedge. This brings us to the most crucial rule. Portion size. How much is too much? The appropriate amount of orange for a rabbit is extremely small. A good guideline. No more than 1 teaspoon per 2 pounds of rabbit weight. And that is per day for any treat, not just orange. For an average 5-pound rabbit, offer just 1 or 2 pea-sized pieces. For a larger rabbit like a Flemish giant, you might offer up to a small wedge, rarely. This is not a daily snack. Frequency matters as much as portion size. Fruits like oranges should not be given every day. A safe frequency, once or twice a week max. Think of it as a special dessert. Main meals should be hay and leafy greens. Offering sugary treats too often can create a preference for sweets, cause them to refuse hay, and lead to dental and digestive health crises. Moderation is truly the guiding principle.